Researchers at the University of Birmingham tracked a weight loss intervention requiring no specialized equipment. It flows right out of your kitchen faucet. The data suggests that drinking this water can help your body shed weight reliably, but if you make a 30-minute timing error, it can actually trigger significant blood sugar spikes. To understand how a single glass of water can have such different effects, we need to look at the 12-week clinical data, the biology of meal timing, and the specific protocol used in the study. The foundation of this research is a randomized controlled trial involving 84 adults with obesity. They were testing the quantifiable effects of water preloading, a simple habit often dismissed as an old wives' tale. What the researchers found was that the exact minute we consume water dictates how the digestive system processes the energy from our next meal. The trial was straightforward. One group drank 500 milliliters of plain tap water exactly 30 minutes before their 3 main meals. The control group was simply told to imagine that their stomachs were already full. To ensure the results were based on actual behavior, researchers monitored 24-hour urine collections. By measuring volume and concentration, researchers could objectively confirm whether participants were drinking the extra water. This chart shows average weight loss. The water preloading group lost 1.3 kilograms more, but those who preloaded before all 3 meals daily lost an average of 4.3 kilograms over the 3 months. This occurs through a biological shift. Drinking 500 milliliters of water physically occupies space and dilutes gastric acid, signaling to the brain that the body is reaching capacity sooner. This physical stretching of the stomach wall is key. The control group's imagined fullness failed to produce results because it lacked the mechanical signals that only physical volume can provide. By drinking water 30 minutes before eating, you are essentially engineering your stomach to reach satiety while consuming fewer calories. However, the study highlights a metabolic downside. If you drink that same amount of water during the meal, the internal response changes. This involves a process called gastric emptying. When a large volume of water is mixed with solid food, it liquefies the stomach contents. This liquid mixture exits the stomach much faster than solid food would on its own. Because the food is flushed into the small intestine prematurely, the body absorbs the glucose from that meal far more rapidly than usual. This graph captures the effect. Drinking water with a meal caused peak blood sugar and insulin to jump by 68%. The timing also shifts. Rice alone peaks at 60 minutes, but adding water accelerates that peak to just 38 minutes. This rapid absorption is particularly taxing for those with metabolic issues. In diabetic patients with well-controlled blood sugar, drinking water with a meal led to a 40% increase in peak glucose. By mixing water and food, you bypass the body's slow-release digestion, turning a standard meal into a sharp metabolic spike. The biggest challenge identified by the University of Birmingham wasn't the science, it was consistency. As this graph shows, self-reported adherence dropped from nearly 88% down to 65% as the weeks went by. Because the habit is so simple, it's easy to forget. Maintaining the weight loss benefit requires an external prompt rather than just relying on memory. The protocol used in the study is specific. Drink 500 milliliters of plain tap water exactly 30 minutes before your 3 main meals. Note that this only applies to plain water. Sparkly water and sodas were discouraged in the trial, as carbonation and sweeteners may alter the digestive response. During the meal itself, keep water consumption to a minimum, just enough to help with swallowing, to avoid the accelerated gastric emptying effect. Adjusting your water intake by just 30 minutes changes how your body processes every calorie. It transforms ordinary tap water from a metabolic disruptor into a scientifically grounded tool for weight management.